to own it. Just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
Oh my goodness, you are back. You are lovely and radiant. I love this outfit.
Thank you so much, Sparkle. Thanks for having us. Before we begin, my team, we had to bring some more Sparkle to Sparkle.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. This is so cool. I try to leave little sparkle wherever I go.
And you do.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. We're all sparkling. This is so great. I love your outfits. I love your energy. I love everything that you do.
Thank you.
About this. So we're not like super, but we like the sparkles. And this, I gotta point this out. This is what you made for my mom for her 70th birthday. And this is amazing.
Thank you.
I absolutely love the detail. How long does it take to make something like this?
You know what? It's a couple hours probably. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just the detail alone. This is amazing.
Thank you.
I absolutely love it.
It's one of the things we do. You could bring a jean jacket or a sweatshirt and you give me a budget and then I try to stay within that budget.
That is just the detail that goes into it. Knowing when, I mean, do you ever have to start over? Does this ever start to go like, oh, that's not good, and then you rip them out?
Of course. And then a lot of times, that was a new jacket, but a lot of times people will bring me something, and then I re-love it, recreate it, and reinvent it. I love doing that. And my email is a story by Tori, so I'll tell a story about, your mom, Tara. So that just kind of reminded me of her.
Oh my God. How does this remind you of her? I want to know the story.
Fringy. Sanger girl, come on, right?
A sanger banger, I love it.
Yes.
It'd be funny if we had a little Apache in there, but that'd be
okay. Next time.
I love this. This is so great. She loves it. I think we're just so taken away.
And there's kind of an angel on the back, if you notice too.
Oh my goodness! I love. Now I see it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! I love that.
Yes.
I love that. This is really, really cool. So you've been busy. I mean, the last time I saw you, and I still wear it every day, like all the time to the gym. For the gym, it was like more gym wear.
Yes, it's athletic wear.
And now it's all glitz and glamour.
Well, it's just another side of the mountain of Victoria Vincent. So I do like upcycling, but I like to call it just recreating and actually reloving something. So these were some jeans that I just loved. And then I just thought, I have so much black. And so I just sequined them up and have a sequin. And so today what we're doing is we're bringing bustiers. So birds fly, bats fly, and bees fly. They all have wings, but guess what? They are not, one size doesn't fit all. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you, you can wear a bustier in many different ways. And like today, I'm sporting a necktie that I made.
And I love bustiers. This is like all the things I love, girl. I love dyes. I love blazers. And I need to do this because some of my holes in my jeans are too big now. And I need to put something in there.
And I'll help.
Oh my gosh, you're made all sparkly. I love that. Thanks so much, girl. Okay, so what's going on today here?
So like I said, we'll be showing that each bustier is going to represent the person in real life. And we actually have today our mayor of Madeira, Cici Gallegos. So Cici, if you join us. And so she happens to be a Mickey Mouse fan. She's a Disney girl. She goes a couple times a year. So this is a jacket that I did for her. She's wearing it with a tutu and she's got her leggings.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So just incorporating that.
So you kind of like, she talked to her and she was like, I want this, that, and the other. So you made it. I love this. And I saw something similar at a party I was at last. I was telling her backstage that it was like the red. And they were like, well, I bought this from Amazon and I got this from Macy's and stuff. And it's like, here we could go for the whole package and get a nice.
Yes. And plus she still has a bustier. So she could still go out and have fun.
It turns from casual to dress. And that's what I love. That's the kind of person I am because I'm going to go like here to this day or this. And I need both. So I love
totally her personality because she's very outgoing mayor. Mm-hmm. Very fun.
Got a little friend for you, Tori.
Thanks, Mayor.
Oh my God. I love Mickey and Minnie.
And then this is Lynn, and she's sporting, this is a velvet jacket, but these are hand crocheted red hearts with a red bustier that I did with the red necktie. Lynn is more classic. She has been a professor at Fresno State. She's a world traveler, a community service person, and a grandmother. And one of my besties.
She looks amazing doing it. And I love this. The red and black. Oh my gosh. Those are like amazing colors together. Yeah, this is so beautiful.
Thank you, Lynn.
I like you've chosen the right accessories too.
Yes.
That's so great.
Okay, and this is Daniel. Daniel is part of my team. He's a collegiate guy. He needs to be comfortable, but he's a musician and an artist. He's aspiring to do special effects in film. He's also wearing a piece of my jewelry. We have our kind word, Venison, on it.
Wait, so it is. So was she wearing it too, or this is it, or some of the pieces are your jewelry?
It's both. Yeah, I have jewelry, and yes.
Oh my goodness! Is there anything you don't do, Tori? I swear, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with you.
Thank you, Daniel.
This is you are too much. This is amazing.
Okay, and then this is Mina, grandmother of 4. She's a wellness professional.
Is this soft? I've been wanting to feel this material. I like that.
Okay,
that is nice.
But one of the things I'd like to note is that, okay, so that was a fun jacket to put together for spring. She's sporting a hat. But our mayor, we had a party this weekend, a BYOB party, Bring Your Old Bra. And it was to help with the American Cancer Society. So our mayor actually created that, and Mina's modeling it today. And we'll be auctioning those off.
Oh my goodness. So all of those bras I don't know what to do with, I can bring them to you and you're going to pimp them up, you're going to make them nice. And then we can auction them and raise money for a good cause. Yes. I love that. That is a great idea. Oh my goodness. This is going to be, that is not, all these look brand new to me and I don't see any old, but
they've been reloved too. So, and plus we're doing something that's philanthropic and it's creative, and we did it in friendship and had a blast this weekend doing it.
You guys are so awesome. And I just love the whole, I love all of it.
And just a side note, Mina was my pilot as I was trying to develop my clothing brand. So we took a lot of trips to LA because I do horizontal.
And then you dressed her. She's the living doll you always wanted.
Yes. Thank you, Mina.
I love that.
Speaking of which, okay, this is Malachi, basketball player, hiker, professional model. So I'm really excited today. So this is the other thing I can do for guys. Okay, we've got John Lennon, working man.
This is so freaking cool. When I saw that, I'm like, oh my goodness. So what did you design on this? The jacket?
Okay, the jacket came as, and I added the John Lennon. Yeah, album cover. But I'd like to point out that he's wearing my Venison jeans.
I was going to ask you, okay, I love the jeans. That's what I was like, I make sure. Now I see your button, the button. I love these jeans so much. Oh my gosh, tell me there's a girl version.
There is. Okay,
thank goodness.
Thank you. So these are 11-ounce grade. They're 100% cotton. The pockets in the front are sewn into the zipper, so you have the nice flat front. And then in the back,
you gotta show the camera. I want these so bad.
You can actually put a wallet for a gentleman, and on the inside is the beauty, and it says, "May the Lord bless and keep you," embroidered. And so, yes, and you're not supposed to wash these. You just put them in your freezer.
Wow!
I don't know if you heard about the person that had Levi's. He said he's never washed his.
I have actually heard that. So that's the thing now that we're gonna put them in the freezer.
So do you think you'd wash these or not?
Think of it, no?
Yeah.
I love this. This is so awesome.
Thank you. Thanks, Malachi. And then we have our businesswoman, and this is her look. This is Lori, and she has Integrity Choice Insurance, and she's wearing a leopard jacket.
I love this. I go to so many places where I could totally rock at this. You have no idea. So this was just
a merge of suede, leather, some denim. And you could dress it up, but it's kind of cowboy chic. And Lori is, she's my traveling friend, and she does a lot of concerts. What was the last one you went to?
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant.
In Murphy's.
And who did you go with?
You.
Oh my goodness. I can only imagine what you guys wore. You guys rock the style. You got to show the camera. You got to show this is really awesome. I love
So Lori also has another organization that they just started. Would you like to share that?
Yes, it's called GFL, and we
speak to the camera. Come on over here by me.
It's called GFL, and we deal with young girls in crisis between the age of 18 and 25. We give them a place to live for a year and teach them. They're coming out of foster care, most of them.
Oh my gosh, we need to do a whole segment on that.
Yes, I love that.
I would love that. That is so cool. You really have like a cool team. They're more than models. That's the greatest thing.
I know Ramona too.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you. She's also a community, obviously, a businesswoman, but a public servant. And then this is my part of my team. This is Sierra. She's a college student, aspiring to be a producer and a director and a filmmaker. And
no, she's too pretty to be a filmmaker and director. She has to be a model actress.
Yes. Okay, she could star in her own production. So this is a jacket that I developed, and then this is a fun thing. This is was a bra, and then we created it to match the skirt and again the denim, the leather, the sequins.
So wait, this is kind of like a bra that was extended.
Yes.
This is so cool. Okay. I love this. I love this idea. So now we can make our bras into
so save them, everybody.
Oh my gosh. My mom's going to make you this to all of my bras.
Okay.
If I'm wearing the extra piece of material she wanted me to wear, I love that. That is really cool. I love how it all matches together. You're so awesome.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
And now we have Erica. She's a hairstylist, but she's also a professional model. And this is one of my suede pieces that's been hand beaded. We did the boots,
my goodness.
the bustier.
So when you get these boots, you just add some of the bling to it?
Yes.
Did you add that to your travel buddy too? Would you add the French or was that okay? I don't want to be like, I like that. They're like, that's not mine. So that's why I've kind of been because I like everything I've seen. So I would wear everything, even the guy stuff.
You. Oh, thank you.
I would wear all of it.
Thank you.
Love that. Oh my goodness.
So Sarah and Erica are friends, and they're both express themselves in different ways, and it's kind of glamorous, but it's still youthful and young and sophisticated. And then she's an artist also. So
I love that you're mismatching fabrics. I don't know if the audience could really gauge that, but like she was at some cotton and some other pieces.
Yes.
That's different. I mean, I could tell that.
I like textures. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. And then our mayor is back.
Yes.
And this is in my trench coat.
I love this.
And then she's in the ladies' jeans in the same, but okay, so these are the Benison jeans.
Okay, so this is like the female version of what I was asking for. Oh my gosh. And I love that. I love the tie so much. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So she is so busy. She also teaches school. Mm-hmm. She's a public servant. And then if you wouldn't mind slipping it off.
Does everyone just have like 5 million awesome things they do?
Okay, I wanted you to show the back of the inside. Oh. So I have French seams in the back for a slimmer look. The jewelry is 2 of these for Victoria Vincent. And the pockets are deep. And so with the trench coat, we've double braced them so you don't lose the belt. And we have 2 loops in the back, one for a scarf and one to hang up. And then you could throw this in a piece of luggage in the back of your car. And it's user-friendly. Yes.
Oh my God. I'm always losing I need that. I'm serious.
Okay.
If I could show you that, I'm always losing.
Yeah. Very comfortable.
That is awesome.
And so our mayor is very busy between teaching school and then doing her mayoring. We're really proud of her.
And modeling.
And modeling, yes.
I love this. You guys are so cool. This is like the coolest group, I swear.
And then I babysat him.
Oh, thank you.
So that'll be $2. Yeah. Thank you, Mayor.
I would really wear all of this stuff.
You would? Okay.
Why don't you do that before I come to my show every day? I'm just going to go in your closet. We'll just do that.
Well, you'll have to come out and check it out. It's closets. It's multiple.
That's how I am too. I'm like, I don't need any more clothes, but we love them. It's just like, that's why I'll go raid your clothes and then come back afterwards and return it. Wow. And so how did you meet all these people?
They're just friends that are part of my life. And so some are through business, but mostly just friendship. And so Lynn, I moved from Minnesota here. And so her family kind of adopted me. They're Italian and they're...
You get with the weirdest races, I say. you like these Italians, Armenians? Yes, I swear.
Yeah. I do, yes.
I love that. No, there are some really great people. I love it. They do more than just, they're all doing so much. And you also you're kind of focusing a faith-based clothing. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so we just launched, you can go to my website and you will see, I don't have it with me, but we started, I Know a Guy, and it's on hats, it's on t-shirts with a cross, and it's just like an understated way to just express our faith in Christ. And that's been doing really well. You just wear it and somebody has a question about it. So and there's others. We just did another one called Do the Anothers. And on the back of it, it has love one another, be kind one to another. And so we're just coming up with new things all the time.
This is really cool. And like, how do you guys, I mean, I know you kind of have a team and you guys bounce off it. Everything seems so fun with you. I know this is work.
Yes, but
you never show that part up. I know this takes a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. It really is.
But yes, you guys just get together and brainstorm. Like, how did this thing come up with the bras?
Well, you know what? We needed something for Valentine's Day. And then I was thinking like, older BYOB. And I thought, why not bring your own bra or your old bra? We could decorate it. I have friends that always are asking me to enhance things. And this way, so I called the Cancer Society and they loved it. They go, what? They go, this could go like national. Let's like start. So the mayor came and we did the first one. A lot of the ladies that are here today joined in and they decorated it. And so we will have those to auction off and to raise more money. And I'm hoping that next year maybe we could do it in an event center instead of at my home. But we'll invite you.
Oh my gosh, I bet that was a lot of fun though. You guys must have had a lot of fun.
We did.
And I love it because, I said, I think we have to say, you probably have a bigger problem than me, but I don't have room for any more clothes. I'm at that point where I'm like, so these things are great because I could bring my old clothes and make them so I could justify having something new without having to get new clothes.
Everybody has a pair of jeans that you just love and you don't want to get rid of. And
right. So oh gosh, it's so hard to find jeans that fit perfect. I mean, and anyone knows, everybody knows that.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just a fun way to express yourself.
Did you bead your actual shoes? Okay, let's do this.
No, you know what? These are Betsy Johnson's.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to go too much into them, but you could make these because it looks so much like the detail on the back of here. So you could do it. You bought these, but we could do it if we wanted to.
And I have done shoes and boots before. Well, you saw the boots, but
I love that. No, I loved everything, and I can't. So, what's the jewelry line, and where can we get everything? Is there a one-stop shop? Tell me.
Just go to Victoria Vincent on Instagram, and then it'll lead you to my website and shopping.
Is it the Victoria Vincent is a website too?
Yes.
If you guys just Google Victoria Vincent, I think you're the only one I've had before, and all that. And I think it's so the transition because, like I said, you're doing relaxed comfort wear.
Yes,
I know you always had it in you, but you just like.
Well, I'm having fun with it at this point. I'm a grandmother, and it just I can always be an expression and be creative. And then with this for the Cancer Society, I can be philanthropic. And then I'm joining in with people like, Lori and Lynn that have had experience, in locally.
Because they're doing great things in the community.
Yes, they are.
And
yes.
I love it. I mean, that's what we love here on this show is like showcasing that. But when did it really go into the transition that you had from doing, relaxed wear to doing this? You got to tell me that because this was it 2 years ago you came or a year and a half?
Yes,
it was like about 2 years.
Well, actually, before I had a career in the middle, I did have a shop and I had seamstresses and you would come to me if you had a special occasion and we would custom make something just for you. You'd give me a budget and I would go to LA and find the fabric and I would design something. But I got away from it and for about 20 years and now I've come back to my art. So it's really a lot of fun.
And then when you were going from like the relaxed fit and the gym wear, what made you like kind of go back and
have that?
You still do that, but then you're kind of like, now I kind of want to go back into.
We're adding this.
Adding.
Yes, we're adding.
And then right now we can order online.
Yes, you can. And then you can get a hold of me. Like I said, if you have a denim jacket that you want it enhanced, or I would say you want it to tell your story. So then you'd say how much, because I can add embroidery, airbrushing, and besides just embellishments.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Are you looking to get a brick and mortar place again or not really?
No.
You like do it? I mean, you don't really have to anymore because everyone buys online.
Yeah.
And then we all can invite to your house. There's that. But, but nowadays, so when people do bring you an old jacket, you just meet up with them somewhere and locally you can do that.
Right. And the biggest thing for them is like how much they want to invest so that I'm not overdoing or overcharging them. And then I like to stay in touch. So it's more, unless there are occasions that people just do your Tory thing. And that's a lot of fun for me because knowing them and I'm thinking I have a different paradigm of how I'm looking at them. So that's been successful too. And that's a lot of fun. I do want to share with you though, that we're still doing the City of Kind Words. We're still going to schools and doing our assemblies and our. And
last time she brought the book for the to remember it, that was great.
So it's Kindness Month that has started. So we'll be going to schools and doing that. But we just added, I just wrote a song reggae music, and it's just a few kind words. And we're doing a video, so we'll bring it back when it's ready.
Oh my gosh, can we launch it here, the video?
Yes, that would be
oh my
wonderful.
gosh, we'll totally play it. That'll be so much fun.
So we filmed it at your family's farm in Madeira. We filmed it on the vineyard,
Oh, how
with
fun that
children coming out of, like they're the harvest with the kindness. And we had it signed. We had a signer, and so.
And the reggae music, who sings that?
You'll see, yes.
I mean, is there anything you don't do? You do everything. So the Victoria Vincent, we all got to go to that, guys. This is where we got to go.
you.
And I love it. I feel free to DM her because you guys are really good at getting back. And it seems like you're just open to do everything.
Yes, we are. And we do more fashion shows too.
Keep us in the loop about the bra thing so we could do that next year. We could be a part of it. If there's another time we're going to do that for the other month that we have going on for any of that. I think that I could see a lot of people really wanting to get involved with that.
Yes, it turned out much better than I even expected. And the creativity that just came out of people, plus art is so healing for people, so it was fun.
Where are they going to be auctioned off at?
We're going to be doing it on my website too. So
we got to stay tuned for that because then we can also purchase them if we want to at that point.
Yes.
And that goes to a good cause. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so everyone, Victoria Vincent, we got to follow Instagram, and then also go to the website.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you so
Great
much.
To see you.
Thank you so much for coming on my show today.
Well, thank you for inviting me and happy to be here.
Okay, so tell our viewers who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, so my name is Nav Gurm. I'm currently running to be the next District 7 City Council member representing Central and East Fresno.
Awesome. So what have you been up to this whole time? I love how you just kind of arrived. I see your signs everywhere now.
Awesome.
So what's your experience?
Yeah, the signs started actually popping up, the large 4x4s. I think they started going up this week, maybe even last night. But I hit this campaign, kind of jumped off the diving board last year. Back in January 2025 was when we launched. I was at that point in time transitioning, finishing up law school and moving back to Fresno.
Oh, that's all? That's so easy, just finishing up law school. Where were you going?
I went to UC Davis for law school, and then I went to undergrad over at UCLA. So I've had the good fortune of living up north and living down south, but this community's always been home, and happy to take the leap of faith and run for office.
That's really cool. My brother, he went to UC Davis too. So
awesome,
great.
Go Aggies.
Yeah, great. And then my cousin went to UCLA, graduated from there. So it's
Go
like,
Bruins as well.
Awesome, like great schools. And so this was where you were from. Is that why you were coming back here?
Yeah, absolutely. So my family, I'm born in actually New Jersey, and then my parents were out in Wisconsin for a little bit. So I started out kindergarten, first, second grade out there. But I arrived, my family moved here to this community when I was in fourth grade. So for as long as, I've grown up, Fresno and Fresno County has always been home. So have had, the good fortune of going away for school, and I think it opens up different perspectives. Especially, I look at Sacramento, which is a city that's smaller than Fresno. We're the fifth largest city in California, but oftentimes Fresno doesn't act like it's the fifth largest city.
Right.
And I think people overthink Fresno. So being able to go away and get a little bit of a perspective of what other big cities look like and the amenities they have for their community I think kind of motivates me to push for more in Fresno.
And right that you saw both, Northern California, Southern California. That was great. You got the best of really kind of seeing the whole scope of the state.
Absolutely. And I moved back home, actually worked at Fresno City Hall after I graduated from UCLA. So I got to spend about a year and a half again here back in Fresno. And, it's every city's different. I always tell folks, LA is known for Hollywood. Sacramento's probably known for the Kings and a lot of cool stuff that's around that arena now. I think Fresno's got an opportunity to put ourselves on the map. And I tell people I want Fresno to be known as the best city to raise a family in and just live and raise a family in.
I think we're known for farming, but that's...
Yeah, and I grew up on a farm for a few years, but I think our regional economy is changing.
Right.
And Fresno itself is still a major metropolitan area. We have over 500,000 people that live in just the city of Fresno. During the daytime, we have about 1 million people that are in the city of Fresno, whether they're here to work or they're also just living here. So we're a major metropolitan area. Big supporter. I consider myself supportive of ag. But I think we also have to think about how we continue to grow and diversify our economy here.
Oh, no, for sure. So what are some of the things you're going to bring that you saw in Northern California, Southern California? I'm going to bring some of that back here to the Valley. Yeah,
and when I put on the hat of hopefully being a future council member, I really categorize a lot of things into 2 buckets. One, what do we need in the short term, and how do we think about the long term? There are certain things, in Fresno, you get 8 years to be a council member if the voters allow you 2 terms. We have a two-term limit. So in the short term, I really talk about getting back to the basics and working on addressing the issues and the needs that a local government is supposed to deliver for its residents. So that's, clean sidewalks. A lot of, especially in District 7 in the central portion, we have a lot of older neighborhoods where tree roots that were planted there 40, 50 years ago, the roots of those trees are going under the sidewalks and causing those to lift up. And, for those neighborhoods, that's a major issue. It prevents seniors from getting around. It's an issue for kids walking to school. So really being someone that's laser focused on addressing those basic issues that a local government is supposed to deliver for its residents. In the long run, a lot of what I talked about earlier, thinking about Fresno as the 5th largest city in California. I'll share a little story. When I was at law school in Davis, the general counsel and the senior vice president of operations to the Sacramento Kings organization was one of my law school professors. I took a business of sports law class with him. And, always being someone that was passionate about Fresno, cared a lot about Fresno, I would ask him, what does it take to bring a major sports team to a city like Fresno? Why does Sacramento have it? What are these metrics that a city needs to hit? And, a lot of that comes down to your TV media market size, your airport quality, which is something I didn't really think about until he kind of explained to me how important it is to have a major airport. And very excited to see the growth of our airport.
Isn't it exciting? That was awesome.
Yep.
I love it.
2 new terminals. But, then I asked him what about minor league basketball, like your G League in the NBA? Why is your team in Stockton and not in Fresno, which is actually a larger city than Stockton?
Right.
And the short answer was because no one's asked. So I want to be someone that can also be proactive in not just sports, but sports, entertainment, just creating more things to do in Fresno. One of the kind of anchors in District 7 is Manchester Mall. It's where, I remember standing outside that Sears line on Black Fridays, and now, you visit Manchester, you got the Caltrans building, you got a couple restaurants and the Starbucks and whatnot outside of it. But,
you see how the Orange Julius is?
Really? Yeah.
Okay, that's where I used to get when I went to Manchester Mall. That was Orange Julius. Okay.
Love going to also shout out to Mi Cafecito, one of my favorite coffee shops in District 7, right there in Manchester. But really, it's how do we turn around an asset that could really bring new life back into Central Fresno. And, big supporter of the group that currently owns it and their plans to turn it into housing. Because if we can create, a community where people can live there, go to work there, go to restaurants there, shop at groceries right there at El Super, that's how you bring community together. Big supporter of the farmers markets that are outside of Manchester. Love to see the Fancher Creek development out in Southeast Fresno, just outside of District 7. But really, how do we what more can we do to bring people together, give seniors, kids activities to do. And you know, I remember when the Shakira concert happened in Fresno and Save Center, it was sold out and you had lines and lines outside of it. So I think Fresno is a major city, and too often it's overlooked when it comes to people wanting to schedule conventions, concerts, entertainment, sports. And you know, I want to be someone that's proactive in that long-term planning of how do we create that kind of community culture here in Fresno. So
you said one of the things to create it was games for seniors and stuff like that. What are some other ideas that you have to create that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I look at all the city park space and how we can best utilize those. And you know, Fresno is a little bit of a spread out city. So ensuring that, like, just because we do one activity in Central Fresno, we also don't expect that people from East Fresno are going to come in and attend it. But you know, I'd love to see our parks be utilized, have more summer fairs for kids. I'm very excited for the senior center to open up here in Fresno.
So when's that taking place?
Probably a good question for Mayor Dyer and the administration right now.
Why are they projecting it to be like this year, 2 years from now? I'm sure they have like a guesstimate about.
I know. I got to double check on the project, but I want to say it should be opening up soon, probably within the next year or two.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
But
well, I know it takes time.
Don't quote me on that one.
That's true, and everything takes time. And even if they say something today, it doesn't mean it won't change tomorrow. So I understand that.
I mean, and everything takes time, and you know, government's known to be a little slow, and I want to be someone that can push that along. But just for an example, a lot of neighbors in my own neighborhood were advocating for some park benches. And, you know, it took 6 months for the city of Fresno to, you know, Councilmember Esparza, the current council member for this district, was supportive of that effort and helped deliver park benches. But in terms of getting the money allocated to getting the benches constructed, it was about a 6-month-long process. And that's 2 benches for people to sit down and gather at.
That's how things, work.
It works slow.
Have to understand,
But I also know when government wants to work fast, it can. I still remember when we got those flags up in the city of Fresno at Eaton Plaza. Those were constructed on a 48-hour timeline. So when there's a will, there's a way. And I want to be someone that... you know, the promise I make to the residents of District 7, it's 3-part. You know, I'm always going to be transparent, I'm always going to be honest, and I'm always going to work incredibly hard. So if there's a nudge that we can utilize the council office to push things faster and move things along, we're going to do that.
So you got your degree in law, which is great, and that's great to be in, you know, local government with a law degree. Well, what do you plan to do with that? What kind of law is your focus?
Yeah, I mean, I graduated from law school in May, took the bar exam in June, was very happy to pass it on the first try. And
great, congratulations.
I went to actually law school to, thank you. I went to law school to actually become a city attorney. So I worked for the city of Fresno. I went back and was reflecting and read my personal statement. And it talked a lot about I wanted to come back to Fresno and potentially work in the city attorney's office or work at one of those law firms that help service our local smaller cities. And then really just was motivated by seeing that there was more potential in Fresno to run for office. Instead of being on the advice side of local government, I wanted to be on the decision-making side of local government. But down the line, I could definitely see myself doing 8 years on the city council if the voters will give me that opportunity, and then returning to that original plan of wanting to be a city attorney.
That's great. How long have you been working in the city council office?
I haven't worked there for the last 4 years. I left.
Because you had to go do all these other...
Yeah, I went to law school and kind of started my own public affairs communications business while I was in law school.
Awesome. What's that like?
It was got to work on a lot of cool projects while I was in law school. Right now, I'm just laser focused on my own campaign and not really doing outside work. But yeah, to your original question, I want to say I left working for the city in 2022, so it's been a few years.
But you worked there for a few years when you were working there, right?
I worked there for about a year and a half.
Okay. And then that's when Dyer came on, or it was like...
I did get to, while I was there, I graduated college in 2021, and that was, you know, my first job out of college. And so, yeah, Mayor Dyer was the mayor at the time. I had the good fortune of working with the Dyer administration.
What does he say about you running?
Well, happy to. It took a while. It took a lot of persuasion and meeting with the mayor, but happy to have earned his endorsement.
That's pretty impressive.
I think, it was not something I expected when I launched this campaign. Really, started with.
You never know. I know.
It started with very little and took a leap of faith, but happy to. The first 2 words on my website since I started running have been the same 2 words. I haven't actually edited my website much. So on top of it, I say coalition builder. And to me, that really means bringing people together to solve problems. And that's, the message I've been communicating to our city leaders, our community leaders, our neighborhood leaders, our neighborhood residents. I want to be someone that can bring, our state partners, our federal partners, our county partners, our school district partners, and look at what problems we have to solve and working together to solve them. So happy to have Mayor Dyer as part of that coalition for the campaign.
That must have been an interesting time working in that office during pretty much COVID, a little bit past COVID, but during that time, what were a lot of the things that you saw happening during that time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm also a numbers guy. I was an econ major while I was in college.
That's good. Numbers don't lie, so I like that when you say that.
But really, I think, when I watch the story of local governments all across California, they all follow a very similar story. After COVID, a lot of the federal government was injecting money into local governments. So you had a lot of cities with one-time revenues that they could utilize towards fixing infrastructure, towards COVID recovery. So city governments were in a strong financial strength. And since then, we're kind of in this weird phase of are we entering a recession or not? So I know, a lot of local governments across California, and Fresno's been fortunate. I think the number out of LA was $1 billion of a budget deficit between their revenue and the gap between their city revenues and the city expenditures.
Right.
So Fresno was still in a good fortune of where we didn't have to do too much belt tightening. But as someone that is running for council, I try to do a very realistic forecast of what's coming down the pipeline. And one thing I always tell voters is I don't ever want to make a promise I can't keep. So I'll always share what my priorities are going to be, what my values are, and how I plan to govern. We're gonna always work hard to do the best job possible. But I also grew up in a small business, and you have to know how to live within your means.
Right.
You can't spend money you don't have, and that's kind of the reality that any government entity faces. Unless you're the federal government, they seem to just borrow forever.
And so when you were there, and I like that you had that experience, I think it's really great to bring up that, I was working in the county office, I saw this, that, and the other. What were some things that you saw and you're just like, man, if I was in charge, I would do things this way? This is where like some little tweaks that you could have done that you were like.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I want to, I don't want to be critical of anyone, and really I think we have great public servants.
I think people do the best they can for the most part. But sometimes you just see, they just do it like this, and it could be done like this.
Yeah,
I was wondering what you were saying.
One thing I like to, sometimes on Facebook, you'll have someone being critical of you, and I take the approach of responding head on and kind of addressing why my position is a certain way, or why they may be confused on something, or why we may just disagree on something. So I want to be someone that can be very accessible. I give my cell phone out on every single piece of campaign literature. I've been knocking on doors all of last year, and from now till June, we're going to be focused. That's how we ended up on this show, and we were talking about it.
I'm not in the district, but I have friends that are, and
Yep.
It's funny because, and I like what you said earlier, even though if we're not in that district, every district bleeds into another. You have your neighbors, so it doesn't really matter. I wish we could vote for every district, but we can't. So,
I think every neighborhood deserves this fighter, and that's why you have a district council member, and I think a good council member can balance both those two things is how do we govern for the city of Fresno as a whole, and then how do we govern to make sure you're addressing the lived needs of your district, whether it's streets, sidewalks, tree trimming, garbage service, public safety, economic development. I think having a council member that can advocate for their neighbors is important and kind of reflective of the democracy we have in this country.
So, like you, I grew up, born and raised here, but then I lived in LA for 15 years and then moved back here.
Welcome back.
So I like that experience, when you say that you went to learn and then you came back and, you bring what you can.
And, when I've had this conversation with a few folks, like when I say I moved away, that didn't mean I was completely not disconnected to Fresno. I mean,
you were coming back on holiday? I'm sure you were coming back.
Back on holidays, summer internships, winter breaks. I mean, during my last year of law school, I would spend about 2 or 3 nights a week up in Davis and then 4 or 5 down here in Fresno. So I was driving back and forth, a 2-hour, 45-minute drive from my doorstep to my apartment in Davis. Wasn't that difficult. So we did that back and forth almost every single week. And this community is home. This is where my family's at. This is, where I want to raise my family one day. And so even though, yes, I did go away and got to have those experiences, it wasn't like I wasn't ever disconnected from this community.
So when I was living away, I was all over LA. People were like, what part of LA were you living in? Well, I was like, well, these 5 years I lived here, these 5 years I lived here. You know what I mean? Because LA's very sectional, kind of like here too, different districts. And so I never had my car broken into, and I lived pretty much out of my car. I always had so much stuff that I should not have had in there, and just showing all the things we're told not to. I moved back here, and my car has been broken into 3 times, mostly in your district.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So what are some things you have in place to, and obviously it's not your fault, you're coming into this mess, it's not your mess. What are some things that you are going to do to help the safety in this community?
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of the Neighborhood Watch program. Overall, I hope we can do a lot to fix problems and make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen. The live reality is everywhere in the country, in the state of California, you do have occasional car theft. But that said, I'm a big believer of neighborhood watch programs where if a neighborhood is all in a group chat and they're connected to each other, then if there's activity happening that shouldn't be happening in one part, they can alert each other, and that's how you look out for neighbors. Outside of that, and I think about public safety, definitely want to be someone that can ensure that we have, our public safety needs are being met. And for me, public safety means more than just the number of patrol officers we have on the streets. It's ensuring that our 911 operators, we have a sufficient number of 911 operators, so that way when someone calls 911, they're getting their call picked up right away. I've knocked on doors and people have shared stories with me where it takes them 45 seconds to get connected to a 911 operator sometimes. So making sure that our public safety personnel can be accessible, and part of that equation is going to be looking at reducing 911 times. Outside of that, I also just, the way I see things is, the more positive activity you can have in a community, the less negative activity you're going to have. So the more jobs we can create and allow people to have access to high-paying, working-class, middle-class jobs here in Fresno, the less people are going to be wanting to commit crimes. The more we can have activities for people to do, whether it's getting involved at their church, getting involved in a volunteer organization, the less crime you'll have in your community. The more our park spaces are filled with kids playing on swing sets, the less that park is going to have homelessness camp kids and other illicit activities. So I really take an approach of, like, if you can do more good in the community, our entire community will be better off, and we're going to start seeing less negative activity.
And then where's your next big event or speaking event so we can come out and see you and support you?
Awesome. I honestly just wrapped up a big fundraiser we had over at the Regency Event Center. Don't have anything on the calendars yet, but feel free to check out. I'm pretty active on social media.
So let's follow you everywhere. I love that. I like a person. You have to be active on social media when doing it, so I can know what's happening.
That's how information gets distributed nowadays.
Okay, so where do we follow you?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Nav for Fresno. My Facebook page is Nav Gurm for Fresno City Council. Honestly, there's not a lot of Nav Gurms out there. So if you search up my name, you can get a hold of me pretty easily. And, I'll leave my cell phone on every piece of literature, but if anyone wants to get a hold of me directly, my cell phone's 559-612-0313, 559-612-0313. It's the same number I've had since I was in high school, and it's the same number I'll have if I have the good fortune of being elected. So I'm a big believer that local government, you're not a junior congressman, you're a neighborhood public servant. And I take that very seriously. I think local government, those elected to serve and just local government in general should be very accessible to the neighborhoods and the residents it serves. So that's the approach I'll take as a council member and someone that shows up and listens.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's great to meet you. I love that you're everywhere now, and I wish you the best of luck on your campaign.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell our viewers who you are and what you're doing these days.
I am a filmmaker, and I'm currently in the process of doing another short film right now that is almost done, and I have another project coming up hopefully soon, a smaller one, but yeah.
Well, so what projects, tell us some stuff that you've done that we can actually see. Is there anything we can see yet on YouTube or anything?
Yes.
Past stuff?
I have a YouTube channel called Unfathomable Pictures on YouTube, and there's a few projects on there. It's like I've done only 4 things so far, and that was all last year. So I'm kind of not trying to do. I'm trying to go for quality over quantity, if that makes sense.
Oh, I love it. That's the best thing that I can ever hear from filmmakers. I do feel sometimes people are mass producing, and me and Drew talk about this a lot because we do films too, and sometimes I feel like people are just mass producing things and to get paid and stuff. People can have great names, because and it's fun to be in movies with people that are recognizable, people know, but it's quality is so important. And then there's things I've done that I'm like, I wish I hadn't done that, because it's when people look at the whole scope of everything you've done, sometimes when you're doing things that aren't as good quality, you get, you can't get typecast and labeled and branded as doing, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if low budget, high budget. You just want to do things that are nice efforts that you're proud of and proud to be a part of.
Exactly. I get why, because you want to have a consistent relevancy, but.
And you want to keep acting and doing it in practice. It's all good practice. I used to think, well, it's practice. I'm just doing it. But yeah, you have to kind of at some point, no, I want this to be quality or else I'm not doing it. Mm-hmm. So how do you kind of get to the point where you are now?
Well, last year, I had an assignment for a film class, and it was a short film project, and that was my first ever short film that I did by myself.
What class was it? What school?
It was at Clovis Community College.
Okay.
And it was just a regular film class. And had I not done that, that wouldn't have gotten the ball rolling for other projects or ideas, or even coming here to CMEC to showcase my second project and meeting other people and knowing about the 72-hour film race, which was a lot of fun to do.
Oh, wow. How did that go? Tell me about how that experience was.
It was so fun and also really stressful because it's 72 hours. But yeah, me and my creative partner, Ethan, we were on a Discord call and we just talked about, he just gave out a simple idea of a guy waiting in a waiting office and he hears strange noises coming from the person he's waiting for in their office room. And
so was it scary?
More like suspense, yeah. But it's suspense comedy, I guess, if I had to put labels on it.
Oh my gosh, I want to see that. How long? So it's a short film. Was it 5 minutes or?
4.5, I think.
Oh my goodness! And so you wrote it? You guys wrote it
We wrote a bit of it. Most of it was just kind of on the spot improv, which I think maybe wouldn't have been the best idea. But considering there's not a lot of dialogue in it, and that's just stuff of him looking or observing or emoting, I think we both found it to be best that we knew we'd find it on the spot on the day, which was risky, especially if you're in post and you don't have exactly what you need for a specific thing. But I mean, he doesn't live that far from me, so if we did need to do reshoots, we could have just put him back in a suit or...
Was it just you two that were in it?
It was another friend and my mom as a voiceover person.
How does your mom feel about getting involved? I have done some things with my mom. It's fun, huh?
Yes, it is. She's very proud and honored to be a part of it.
Was she good? Is she easy to direct?
Yeah, I mean, I've only I've done it briefly. All I had to do was just tell her to say a couple things, and she got it on the spot. So I haven't had a difficult time with her.
That's great. I wouldn't want to direct. My mom was acting in something with her, but I couldn't imagine directing her.
No, yeah.
I'm like,
no, of course.
So where are you finding a lot of people that are in the films you've done, the 4 that you've have out?
Just from meeting people here at CMAC and just different kind of.
And I love shout out to CMAC. It's another great place to come for aspiring filmmakers and in the arts and everything. Did they teach you anything about how to use your cameras and stuff, or not really? Did you take? I know they offer classes.
No, I haven't. The only filmmaking classes I've had were just a couple classes I've taken at Clovis Community.
Okay.
And everything else I've kind of just learned on my own through YouTube or just studying other movies and stuff. But you can only learn so much from that. You also have to do it as well.
Yeah, I know there were classes here. I wasn't sure if you had taken any of those. So I'm always kind of wondering. I know Mike Lewin takes some of those and they're good. So I was just kind of wondering, what's the next step of something that you want to learn to like perfect your craft?
I guess maybe like kind of more technical side. I mean, I don't have an interest in being behind the camera like physically anymore. I think I'd rather get somebody with more expertise and knowledge, but also I just like working with other people and I don't want to be the singular one doing everything because, I mean, it's a collaborative media, I think.
Yeah, things come out a little bit better when you have help.
Exactly.
It's really hard when you do everything yourself.
My motto is best idea wins. And that's worked pretty well so far.
But it is good to know everything yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like you want to have other people to rely on. I get that.
Yeah, I'm not coming up as like I don't want to be lazy or anything.
No, but I get it.
Yeah.
But you've already gone through those houses. You're like, it'd be fun to work with somebody else now.
It's good to like know like everything. You don't want to be like ignorant to anything. But I also
So are you going to study film full time, major in, or what have you decided?
I am not going to go to a film college. For one, school's not really great for me. I don't really excel in that kind of environment. And two, I don't want it to feel like homework, which is what it will be if I do go to film school, because I think it'll just like kind of burn me out.
That's a really good point, because I'm a writer, and like what I used to do, writing was my job, and then it wasn't fun anymore. So I think that's a great thing to tell creatives. I love that you bring that up, because a lot of people really don't think about that.
Yeah, like
I sure didn't.
Obviously, I owe that film class for that assignment for the reason why I'm doing this. But obviously, as of now, I don't think it's right for me going to film school. I think I like what I'm doing right now, just kind of doing my own projects on my own kind of time, and I don't know. I enjoy it.
So, what's the next thing that you're working on this year, 2026?
I have a few projects actually. I've been.
You said you were going to calm down, and now you just have a few. Okay.
Things have been happening. Okay.
That's great.
I've been filming a short film called "What's Up with Jesse," and we're almost done with that. We're kind of nearing the post process with it.
Who's Jesse?
It's a actress named Lydia Ewelt. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it's about I haven't figured out the slug line yet, but it's about a girl kind of stuck in this like cycle of unsatisfaction, and kind of figuring out what to do with that.
So what do people think is up with her? I know you can't give away what's really up with her, but what are some of the theories in that until you get to the end? What do people think is up with her?
I don't know. I guess I could see people thinking that she's crazy.
Okay.
But I try not to spell everything out. I kind of enjoy,
I know it's supposed to be interpretation.
No, like even like the actual films, interpretation. I prefer. I think it's more interesting just watching and engaging.
You're very right. Yeah.
So I guess you have to wait and see.
Oh my goodness, you're already a real filmmaker with all that.
No.
What's one of your favorite movies that you're kind of like want to emulate one day? And it was like for something you like to watch for fun, but if one of your favorite movies that you're like, I want to direct something kind of like that.
Oh God. Maybe a movie like There Will Be Blood. I don't know about that scope, but I don't know, maybe doing something like kind of westerny or very dirty and kind of epic like that, or even something like The Killer. I would love to do a thriller like The Killer one day.
Okay.
Just something really mean and almost nasty and grungy. I don't know if I'm quite there yet. I've just been.
You like really messed up characters. That's what I'm gathering so far.
They're fun. Well, what I've been doing lately is just comedy, because for me it's the easiest one to do. I don't like taking myself seriously, but I take my work seriously.
I love that you're doing comedy, because a lot of people here are doing horror films. I mean, a lot of people I meet in the Valley and everything, and I actually love that. I'm like, where's all the comedy? And I love acting comedy, so I'm really happy that you do comedies, or even if it's serious with a comedic element. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like you're doing.
Lately, I have been trying to get it a little more serious just for practice, and I don't want to do the same thing all the time. I want to be like kind of going in different avenues and just experimenting, exploring different things.
Okay, so you have a few things this year. What can we see already? Where's that out of? Some of the stuff that you've already done?
On my YouTube channel, Unfathomable Pictures.
Unfathomable Pictures, and that's where you have some of them on?
I have a short film, Otis's Odyssey. That's my first one. I have a trailer for a fake movie called Point Blank.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'll say, yeah. The Listening Room, that's the 72-hour one. And then my latest one that I did late last year, Make It Count. And that's it so far until What's Up with Jesse, or another project that I'll hopefully do sometime soon. Releases maybe within this month, February.
Okay, and are you good about letting us know that on social media?
Not really.
You gotta let us know if something's drops that we can watch. How are we gonna know about it?
I know. I do want to like start posting like kind of teaser images or things, and
just even to link us to the YouTube, because even if I follow your YouTube channel, sometimes I don't always see everything comes up. So at least if I know, okay, well, I'm following the YouTube channel, but now I'm going to go to it, then we can at least know what's on there,
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and I do want to start doing that, because I think it's exciting when there's something, or something to look forward to.
Of course. Okay, so what's your Instagram?
Simcord.
Okay, so the Unfathomable stuff we just have to keep looking on the YouTube channel then.
Yeah, I do post it on Simcord as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of my projects are on there, or most of my Instagram is just about my projects.
And I've seen some of what was posted. And then are you on Facebook at all?
No.
Just
YouTube and Instagram.
Well, that's fine. I'm on there a lot too. So, what do you cast, like characters? Is it really just friends and word of mouth, or are you actually ever doing casting sessions?
I never really do casting sessions. I kind of just lately it's just been people that I've had in mind that I've met, and then I reach out to them after like months or sometimes a while later, and I think he'd be good for this part, and if they're not busy and if it works out, they usually come, and they've done it, and it's been pretty fun.
Oh, wow. So have you worked with anybody I know in town?
I don't think so, no.
I know you said you're doing some of the stuff with CMAC people, but then some.
Yeah, I mean, the past couple of things I've done with a group called Green Room Films. I don't know if you're aware of them.
What do they put out there?
They've put out also very funny stuff as well. I think they've been doing this around the same time I have, professionally speaking.
So are you guys collabing?
Not necessarily. I would love to. There's an idea we do have that I think would be a fun collab. But they've just been helping me with the technical side filmmaking, or of filming stuff with the cinematography, and sometimes stepping in as actors, which is fun.
That does sound fun. So what are you going to study now? Now that you said this is going to be the pastime, what do you kind of want to major in?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess just as a film buff, I don't really have any idea of what to do after I finish Clovis Community. Hopefully just find a job and just keep doing this and keep pushing myself and keep going to other places, and hopefully things will work out. It's a bit kind of ambiguous to say what will happen from here, but hopefully it works out.
And then how do you find like-minded people? It's just mostly from CMAC that are filming, because now that you're starting to do stuff, I'm sure your friends are like, that's pretty cool.
Kind of. I mean, my friends most of them aren't really film people. Like they like it, but that's the.
They don't want to participate, but they like watching it.
Yeah, I have my creative partner is not necessarily a film person either, but he is a creative person as well, and he has desires in mostly animation, but he does not mind helping me out, and I really appreciate him for that.
Oh, if he's good in animation, I mean, he probably is very helpful.
Oh, he's a great drawer.
That is so awesome. Well, keep us posted on what you're doing and when it's going to come out, so we know, we can watch what's dropping. But you said February, so you said maybe soon?
I hope, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If not one of them, another short film should release in February, a shorter one.
Oh, even a short. What's the shortest film you're down to make?
I don't know. I mean,
what's the longest film you've made so far?
Oh, probably my last one, Make It Count. That's 9.5 minutes.
People don't even understand the big difference, how every minute of film is just so much that goes into that. That's what's kind of wondering what the shortest or longest. And I think I've been somewhere around there, like, from 5 minutes to 9 minutes.
This next one will be my longest as of now, probably 11 and a half minutes. We'll see, though.
Oh, my goodness. Well, keep us posted. I really can't wait to see this.
Thank
then
you.
we all got to follow you. So it's the Instagram is Simcord, and then it's Unfathomable Films on YouTube.
Unfathomable Pictures.
Unfathomable Pictures.
I'm sorry, it's a bit of a.
Well, at least I got the first word right.
Yeah.
Unfathomable, how'd you come up with that?
Oh, it's just a reference to a movie that me and my friend were just joking about, and we're like, yeah, we'll go with that. Why not?
What movie was that?
Megamind.
Okay, and then they said that in there, and you're like, we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, it's kind of an inside joke between us, and we're just like, yeah.
Fine, if that's all we get, that's all we get. So everybody follow Simmeon.
Thank you.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. Just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh, I must confess, dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do, and there's no more use in running, no more running to you. And I don't want your loving, I don't wanna be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend.
It's a mystery.